Hi everyone, it's Debbie with Life with Debbie. I am coming on here to give you a mid-year planner journal update. I've actually been enjoying watching a lot of these, and I thought, you know what, I haven't done a video in a while. I've been wanting to get back into it. So I thought I would do that for you guys and for myself. I looked, and I believe the last time I posted a video was January of this year, like January 23rd or something like that. So anyways, sorry, I just realized I forgot a couple of books here. This is the planner stack that I started off with, kind of planner stack-ish. This is what I started off the year with, and I wanted to update you guys on what I'm using, what I'm not using, what I have discovered about myself. But I also wanted to let you guys know why I haven't been posting and what's been going on in my life. I know that I have talked about after my surgery in February of 2024 on my shoulder, I had broke out in hives and we couldn't figure out what was causing it. We don't totally know what's causing it. All we know is it's something that I am ingesting because of the way I'm breaking out. But I will say that since I started a diet in October of last year of 2024, it doesn't happen as frequently. And if I do get little red marks or whatever, most of the time they don't even itch. Like I have this here. I know that probably doesn't make any sense, but anyways, I get them all over. But anyways, in October of last year, let me start at the beginning here. August of last year, my doctor sent me for he called it an extreme complete blood work, because he was checking for all kinds of stuff. We were checking for Hashimoto's disease. We were checking, he wanted to check my hormone levels, my vitamins, just like checking for everything, autoimmune diseases, all kinds of stuff. So anyways, I went and seen him. That was sometime in August. I got that blood work done. I went and seen him. And I've been struggling with being overweight for a while now. And since my knee surgeries, I just haven't been able to really lose much of anything. So anyways, we talked in August and we went over my blood work, and my A1C was just barely high. And he said that he didn't want to consider me pre-diabetic, even though the blood work would show that. But I was on prednisone 4 times from January, because I had to take it I had blood work done in January for the surgery, and then I had to take the prednisone. My orthopedic doctor prescribes that for, anti-inflammatory, take down any inflammation, along with other stuff. But I took it then, and then I had taken it 3 times to try to get rid of hives, and that apparently will raise your blood sugar. So the A1C goes back 3 months. It's like a combined 3-month blood sugar thing. I don't know how they do it, but that stuff's amazing. Anyways, so he brought up about me going on Wegovy, and I told him I needed some time because I wanted to research it. For one, I don't like getting shots, and for another, you kind of give yourself the shot. So anyways, I researched it. I went back in September, towards the end of September. We talked. He prescribed it. I did not get it right away. There was a battle with insurance, and then it being on back order with CVS. So I decided on, I believe it was October 10th of 2024, that I was going to go ahead and get a head start, and I started eating low carb. Now, this is something I never wanted to do because I love pasta. I absolutely love, breads and potatoes. Things that I really can't have anymore, because I had to cut all that out and go low carb. And what I did was I wasn't doing an Atkins. I wasn't doing a keto. I was pretending that I was pre-diabetic. And when I researched Wegovy and then I researched how to reverse pre-diabetes and insulin resistance, it was to keep your carb intake between 100 and 150 carbs a day. So that's what I did. I lost 18 pounds before I even started the Wegovy, and then I've been on Wegovy ever since. It's a once a week shot, and my doctor was just telling me that, because my husband kept saying it, I'm the one that's doing the hard work, not the Wegovy. And my doctor has no fear of me being able to maintain my weight loss after I get off the Wegovy, because I have learned to eat different and changed habits. The one habit I can't seem to grasp, which I have to, and that's going to start on Monday, and all of that will be explained as I go through my stack. But anyways, so far I have lost 50 pounds and I have lost 41 and a quarter inches from my body. It's amazing. I feel great. I have energy. I seem to be thinking more clearly. And I will say that after the first week of eating low carb, no Wegovy, like I said, I did this for almost a month, I think it was, without any help. I just ate low carb. But by the end of the first week of eating low carb, my knees, which I always have internal inflammation, I can feel it, felt amazing. Absolutely amazing. So there's just a lot of benefits to all of that. If you guys want me to go into more detail on the Wegovy and my journey, leave a comment down below and I will make a video about it. I don't have any problem. I'm not embarrassed. The Wegovy helped me. It keeps me focused on what I have to do, because there's a lot. I did not get the side effects, and I think it's because of the way I do things. But I will go into a more in-depth video. If you want me to, just leave a comment down below. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with what I started 2025 out with, my intentions for everything. All of these little notebooks, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I have 9. Different planners and journals kind of thing. And I want to get into what I was planning to do with each one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this stack out of the way, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to go with the first one that we're going to discuss is the one I got purely because of FOMO, and that's this one. I wanted the free pen and I wanted the free little notebook that came with it, which was this, and we'll get into what I planned in the beginning of the year, what I planned to do with this. So this, I decided when I got it, I didn't know exactly what I was going to do with it. I just wanted the pen and the notebook. It's stupid and it's silly, but I decided to do daily readings. And my intention was, because I am Catholic, and every day we have readings that every Catholic around the world is reading, and that's what we're supposed to read in the Bible and blah, blah, blah. I wanted to write those in here, and I wanted to read them and then write down my take on it and what I learned from those. So I started off pretty good, and as you can see right here, I didn't even make it out of January. What I realized was it was too hard, because there are days that I don't get readings in, and to go back and try to make up for it, it became too much. So this one was, it just went off to the side. I just put it up and I said, you know what, lesson learned. FOMO, I can't let FOMO get me. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen again because I guarantee you it will. I don't know what I will use that for, if I will even use it for anything. It's a cute notebook. I started off with a Han last year for planning, and I realized quickly that I needed more room to journal. So I switched to an A5. I think it was about July last year. And I had the botanical one. But anyways, and I quickly fell in love with the cousin. I like this, but this one did not work for what I was using it for. So that one I don't even know if I'll reuse it. Okay, next off, we are going to go with this little notebook. My plan was to put in the books that I read, like put a little picture, and then I guess I would say I have a really bad memory. So I have read a lot of books and I absolutely love them, and I forget the main characters and stuff like that, and like the whole little plot and things. So I thought that what I could do is just put a little picture of the book and then write down like the main characters. Of course the author and the title is going to be there, but write down the main characters, write down what the basic story was about. I like to read romance novels. I like to read like historical, even the fantasy ones. A couple of my favorite authors are like Christine Feehan. I love Lori Foster. I think it's Monica McCarthy has like historical romance novels. There's a couple others that I really, really like. Excuse me. And I always end up forgetting their names, but I have them in my phone so I can, look them up every so often, see if they have anything new. But anyways, I am still intending to do that with this. Have I started reading again? Yes. I've had my Nook out, but I was having an issue with getting off the games on my tablet. So that's getting to where I'm not so into them as much anymore. So I think that's going to start again once I finish my husband's blanket. I've been crocheting him a blanket. And I'm finally almost done with it. Almost. I have to find one more skein of the color to finish it off, and then I can border it, and then it's all his. So anyways, I do intend on using this. So I will be reusing this. Not reusing it, but I will actually use it for what I wanted to use it for. And I think I've seen some people doing this, and not just one YouTuber, but several. Like if I start with the books up front and I want to do like TV shows also, I will go to the back here and I will start with the TV shows, because I'd like to see in a year's time or whatever amount of time the different shows. Like we watch Gilmore Girls, and we've watched that so many times. I love Gilmore Girls, but we also watch Friends. But I think the reason why we don't like pull it up on HBO Max anymore is because it's always on I think it's TBS every day. So we watch that, and then on like Reba, we like watching Reba and Last Man Standing. I'm not going to keep putting those down because we're watching those on a daily basis anyways, if we're not playing something from Netflix or whatever. So, but the different shows I would like to put in here and just start in the back, which I thought when I saw that, I was like, you know what a great idea. Who cares what order it's in? You're still, what you're doing. But I might do that, or I might just keep it for just books. I don't know yet, but it will be books for sure. And if I want to start shows or movies, I will put them back here, and then eventually they will meet in the middle. So this I'm planning to use. This will go until it's filled, and then I'll just get a little Hobonichi A6, because this is pretty much an A6 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's an A6. So I'll just get an A6 notebook from Hobonichi, which will probably last me for the rest of my life because there's a lot more pages than what's in here. So anyways, this I would not say is a fail as far as I won't use it again, but it is a fail as far as I have not started it. So anyways, Next, we are going to go with my Liberty Fabrics Hobonichi Weeks. This was going to be my health and wellness planner. It started off good. I even started it early. I took the last, because these usually start like the last week of November, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So this started the 25th. So what I did was I went back into here, and here I started using it in October, and I was writing down all of the food I ate, calories, fat grams, carbs, protein, how much water I was drinking, how much sleep, steps, which I think that changed. I think as you can see, I did not do very well with this. I think that ended up changing. Why do I think that? No, I kept doing the sleeps. Oh, and I was doing like hives and symptoms. And so I started Wegovy. Okay, so I was doing it for over a month and a half. I started Wegovy December 3rd. So, but anyways, and then I think on the monthlies, what I was doing was, I took and I would write down the Wegovy. I would write down my weight, when I, had lost or whatever. And then, I wanted to keep track of that stuff, and I was going to keep track of, which I did not. Did I do it in here? Anywhere? No. Apparently I did not. I wanted to keep track of like whether I walked and how much I walked and, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't. And so this did not, it became too much. Our youngest, he told me about an app that he found, and it was free, and it's called Chronometer. And you can scan your food in, like scan the barcode, and it'll pull it up, and then you put in what you have, like how much of it you had or whatever. So that is what I did. And see, I even started this little book of keeping track of it was calories and fat grams, because this is what I was going to do originally. And then I was like, you know what, let's try this low carb thing, because calories and fat grams was not going to help me, because you're still having a lot of sugar, a lot of carbs, and all that other good stuff. I did take my measurements in here, and I was writing down some recipes that I was finding on Pinterest that were low carb. I think I only got one in here. Anyways, this did not work for that. What I think I am going to do with the rest of this, instead of wasting it, is possibly start next week, which will be the end of June, the last day of June, and then into July. And I think what I might do is I want to start doing like squats and crunches and things like that, bicep curls and tricep kickbacks, and just working my arms, my legs, my stomach, my butt. I mean, everything. And if I have to do it with bands or weights or however I'm going to do it, I want to keep track of it and how many of each I am doing. And then I also would like to keep track of how many miles I walk, because I want to walk no less than 1 mile a day. And not 7 days a week. I'm thinking no less than 5 if I just get my butt going. But these are things that are good for me. And I thought that I could finish out the year in this book and keep track of it, and then figure out a way to maybe, if I feel like I need to have this for next year, then I will get it. But more than likely, I'm not going to carry on with an extra weeks. But that's what I'm thinking about doing for the rest of this year, so I'm not wasting this whole planner, because I can use it for stuff. So that's why I think I might go ahead and use it for, until then. And I'm sure I can find a way to put it into my everyday carry weeks, which will work fine. I mean, I take that with me everywhere. So then if I go to the doctor, I can let him know, hey, this is what I've been doing so many days a week or whatever. So I would like to be able to use these pages. And if, you know what, if I want, I can actually make some weekly things back here in the back of the notes pages, because I have plenty. So, so yeah, and I do think that I will take in my measurement thing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer that into one of these books, so then that way I have it always. This can just move from each planner with me, and I don't have to rewrite it out, so to speak. But anyways, so yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. But as far as what I intended to use it for, was an epic fail. I mean, it failed me, but I would like to see if I can use this for the rest of the year. I will divide it up, and hopefully I would like to start doing one video a week. I don't want to promise anything more, but I'm thinking one video a week, and I can show you how I set it up and how I plan to use it. I'm probably going to play around, with a couple of these just before, to see how I want to set it up. But anyways, I will share this with you guys. Originally I was embarrassed because of my weight, but I'm getting down there and I'm looking better, but I need to firm everything up. I should have been doing it all along, and I haven't been. And that's on me. That's not on anybody else. That's not on the doctor. That's not on Wegovy. That's not on my husband. Nothing. It's all on me. I knew what I needed to do. The doctor reminded me of what I needed to do. And I just didn't do it. I just didn't. But anyways, so that is my Liberty Fabrics weeks, is basically going to go from a health and wellness to I guess a fitness planner, I guess is probably the best way to put that. So I'm going to set this over here. Next, there's two of them, and I'm just going to bring them both out because it's kind of silly to show you one at a time when they look exactly the same. One's in a cover and one's not. One was supposed to be, let me see, what is this one? Hold on. Okay, so this was supposed to be my morning pages. I wanted to give that a try. And this was my prayer journal. Now, morning pages did not work for me. I'm going to hide it because I don't, you're not even supposed to look back through it. I did not even make it into the year. I did start these early because I got them from Hobonichi, from when I ordered, I had them. And so this started in September of 2024, and I did it for 2 days. And I didn't like it. I felt like, I felt ridiculous, to be honest with you. I wish I could do it like everybody does it, and it would work for me, but I just don't think my mind works like that. And I just can't get it out. I don't know what to say. They're saying you should do 3 pages. I don't know what to say. I don't have a whole bunch on my mind. I do have stuff on my mind, but not anything that I really want to write down, I guess. I don't know. So this is a dud. I'm going to tear the pages out, cut them out, however I'm going to do it, and it's just going to be a notebook. I love the paper. There's no reason to waste this book. I don't want to see those pages again because it's ridiculous. The prayer journal, I did not do, I did do for a few days. This also started in September, and I went into October. I did not do it consistently every day, but the last day I was in it was October 28th. I would just write down a small prayer, and that way I knew of the people I wanted to pray for. This is not going anywhere. I'm going to keep it a prayer journal. It's going to sit here on my desk, and hopefully I will be picking it back up soon. So this is not going anywhere. I don't think, maybe, I don't know, many years from now I can try to do morning pages again, but it just didn't work for me. And like I said, I give a lot of credit to the people that it does work for. And I think it's great that it helps them a great deal, which is why I wanted to try it, but it just didn't work for me. And So, no harm, no foul. I just take those pages out, and this is just a notebook. That's all it's going to be, is my notebook. And I can do whatever I want in it, scribble down whatever. But this is going to stay, and hopefully I'll jump back into it. And honestly, it's going to last forever, because not forever, but you know what I'm saying. There's a lot of pages in here. I don't know if anybody's ever taken the time to really count them. I don't think they even list how many pages. Maybe they do, but there's a lot, and it's thin enough that, it's just, I don't know. I like their notebooks. I love the paper. So I'm going to put this over here. Now, the next one I'm going to go for here is, there was a change. This Day Free, that's Hobonichi Day Free, started off as an A6. I quickly realized that that was not working, only because of what I'm using this for. There wasn't enough room for me to write my agenda down. I am the president of our Altar and Rosary Society. I'm not going to show you the monthly, like a fully completed monthly, because it has people's birthdays on it, and I believe I have last names. Yes, I do, and I don't want to do that to anybody. I think I can show you, well, like here's for next year. I was putting birthdays, Altar and Rosary events, and I would do it all in the black ink, because I would use this, and then in red ink I would put, like, if it was my kid's birthday or my husband's birthday, my birthday, a special event that was going to take up a lot of time, the grandbaby's birthday, whatever it was, I would put it in red. So then I knew that it was personal life. So then it didn't clash. I thought this was really going to work for me. And then back here, I would write down agendas, for each meeting. I would take notes at extra committee meetings that we had. And this is where I'm saying this does not fit in here very well for me. It just doesn't. It's not wide enough, so you're cutting in. And so that's why I opted to get a A5, which is what I intended to order, and I accidentally ordered the A6. And I whited out the calendars in the A6, and I tore out the pages where I had written, and I gave that my A6 Day Free to my mom. She's loving it. She's absolutely loving it. So anyways, there is something I have discovered about myself. This I do not consider a fail. The fail is in my brain. I can't manage very many planners. I've known this about myself, but I thought this would be different. This would be okay. I have caught myself not sitting down with this, because this is usually in my altar and rosary bag, within 2 days after a meeting, because I do a newsletter and I use it to put in what we need in the newsletter. But I don't sit down on Sundays with this planner along with what I'm using to make sure everything is good. And I don't transfer things from here into my everyday carry or my household planner or vice versa like I should be. And there's been here recently a couple of times that things have clashed and I have to work out. So things for 2026, this will be used for the rest of the year. All of last year I was using one of these for my agenda and my notes and my meeting, like extra meetings and stuff. I was using one of these, and I still carry it around with me. I would put that notebook and this, and I have an Erin Condren A5 zipper planner folio that I've had for a while, and I put these in there, and that's where they live. And I like that because I can have them together. So what I'm going to do for 2026 is I am going to go back to this, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer all of my agenda notes from here into that notebook. That way everything is kind of consistent, but I'm going to take and transfer all of that into that notebook that I have for altar and rosary, and then I'm going to continue on from there. And then I have my everyday carry weeks, but I think I'm going to take, that is the one time a month I will take my cousin out of the house and take it with me, so I have the calendars, because that is the totally updated thing. If I make appointments, I usually make them from home, and I have my planner sitting out in front of me. So like I said, this is not a fail as far as, I mean, this is a great planner. But for me and the way my brain works, I can't have this separate. I thought I could, and I thought it would work, but like I said, things are clashing now, and I can't have that, because then I'm either letting down family or friends, or I'm letting down church friends and the church. So I can't have that. I don't like letting people down in that way. So I just, for 2026, this is not going to be in my lineup. So this is the stuff that has failed and not failed. Well, kind of not failed. Now let's get into what is working, what will be staying, and how I'm loving it. So I have my everyday carry. I have I had an extra fine vanishing point, pilot vanishing point, which is right here. And I was just going to change the nib and get a fine. And I figured for $50 more, I could just get another barrel, because it's expensive just to get the nib. Blah, blah, blah. The fine nib, it was going to be like $112 or $15, and for $160 I could get the whole thing, and I liked the purple, so I got the purple. So anyways, I have this, and I don't have anything. So I love this. This is my everyday carry. I don't do anything with this. I really don't even look at it. Have not done anything with this. This is my my monthly, and I like when it starts off and then it's like very little, and then it just fills up. I love that look. You can tell the difference, the extra fine, the fine, or is that, some of that might be the medium. It's got to be the medium because it's March. I didn't get this this fine one. I don't even remember when I got it. But anyways, I like that it fills up, and all of that. So yeah, this is the fine nib right here. So you can see the difference. I like that my ink looks darker, and it's just like the perfect size for this. So this is my monthly. This is the way things, and yes, I did a boo-boo here, so I just drew arrows. Anyways, so this is how my my months go. My weeks are like this. I started off, and I was trying to do like meal plan down here, and then I would do a grocery list, and this is how this goes. I don't do the meals on there anymore. And yes, I do have a couple of blank weeks here and there. Things get busy. I just don't get into it. I don't, I wasn't leaving the house much, so I didn't really need it. But I do end up taking the meals away because it wasn't helping me. I wasn't looking back at it. I really was only using it to make my grocery list. So anyways, this is what I do. I like to use a Tombow, and I matched this in here with my cousin. But this is basically all I do now, is I put everything in, and I put to buy. This is nice because I pull it out at the grocery store. I can cross stuff off. As we get it and everything. But this is going amazing for me. So this is not this week. This is this week. This was actually done. I tried to go back to the extra fine because I heard that if you do this or that with the nib, it'll stop scratching, and it didn't, and I couldn't handle it. I thought I wanted the fine nib in my cousin, and then that wrote too small. It's complicated little story. But anyways, sometimes I take my Tombow storage container over to my husband, and I'll say, pick a color. And then he picked this, but I accidentally colored in this one. So I guess I'll have the same color for 2 weeks. But that's fine, you know. And then in the back, I take notes from like doctors, you know, things like that. That's all I do. This is perfect for me. I'm a very functional planner. If you notice, there was no stickers at all in this book. I color with the Tombow, and that's about it. I love my Hobonichi weeks. Yes, there will be another Hobonichi weeks for 2026. This is my 4th year using the Hobonichi weeks as an everyday carry. I love it. When I first started it, I did not think I was going to like having all of the months up front because I was not used to that. I love it. I like that they're all right there because when you're making an appointment, you're going through the months. So I don't want to have to, you know, scroll through the pages to try to get to the month that I need to make it, you know, a certain appointment if I'm out and about or whatever. So anyways, this will be moving forward with me. This is the, and I know I'm going to say it wrong, the Yumi Kirigishi. This is the beautiful wallpaper. When I saw this, at first I was like, oh, but the colors grabbed me. But then I just really looked at it and I was like, it's so pretty. But it is in a Hobonichi plastic cover, so I can keep it from getting too dirty. When it goes into my Moterm wallet thing, I usually take it out of the plastic cover because there's not that much that's going to get to it. So anyways, that is moving forward with me. And this I got a new cover for, and I absolutely love it. And if I can, or if you guys are interested, I got this on Etsy. I will try to link the seller down below. It's getting a little worn. I've only had it for, I think, not even a month yet. But I love it. It's leather. I had my name put on the front. I think you can see that. Yeah. Had my name put on the front. And then I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. It's Philippians 4:13. That is what is on my ring, my baptism ring. And then I have Jesus and Mary here with me. I have the Liberty Fabrics cousin. I'm not going to show you my journaling pages because that is one of the reasons why I kind of pulled back from planning on YouTube in that way, because I don't think about covering things up. And that kind of, you know, I just don't want, I journal in here and it's something that I don't want the whole world to read. I mean, I'll show you something that I can, that doesn't have a lot on it. I do put pictures and stuff in here. But anyways, I did nothing with this. I tried to do a habit tracker here. As you can see, that did not last. So I did nothing else with those. My months, I put birthdays, appointments, like Adoration and Divine Mercy when church does that, A&R Christmas party. So I put all of that stuff in as it goes. And I love this planner. So the months fill up and makes me love it even more. These stickers I just recently put in. I made them and I figured, you know what, I better use them. I made them, so let's use them. Like this is an anniversary one, and then this is for birthdays. So anyways, like I said, I just recently put those in. So I like that my months, start off small and then they just start filling up, and all of that. I absolutely love it. So that's how my months are going. And then my weeks, I haven't totally, I've changed it from what I was doing in 2024, but I really like this layout now. And as you can see, as I start to show you, it has stayed. A few things have changed, but AM routine, PM routine, and gratitude, and then to do or goals goes over here. But these 3 things have not changed. I like having it there, and I know it looks silly that I do it on each day, but just to the repetitive writing, I don't know. I like it. I really like it. So this is how my weeks have gone. I've tried the time blocking and all that good stuff. It doesn't look bad. I just got to where I was like, I'm over it. But, who knows? So anyways, I take and I just write in, and like you can see, here's a week that I didn't do anything. And I believe that's 2 weeks in a row. And I believe it's the same thing in my other one. But I did do gratitude on those days, because that's a big thing for me. And I'll explain, that's another reason why. But I wasn't sure when I first got the A5 last year in the middle of the year how I was going to. Oh, that was a busy one. Sorry, I just caught that. But I wasn't sure how I was going to do the weekly, how I wanted to do it. And then I was dividing it up a lot differently. And I came to the conclusion, this is what's working for me, and I like it. Now, I have recently, this was in the middle of May, I started to do a habit tracker, and I liked it. I don't always keep up with it. I'm still struggling to do all of my daily stuff. It is getting better here in the last couple of weeks. I'm getting a lot better. But like last week, I know I did a few things, but I didn't keep track with the habit tracker. So this is the current week we are on. Today is Friday the 27th. I do need to catch this up, but I still, if you've noticed, I still keep this whole, the whole layout. I like it. I had, which I didn't put in, I only have church this week, which I can put that in right now. I didn't have anything going on. It's been nice. This is, I think, the second week in a row that I have not had anything going on. And it's nice because I had 2 weeks ago, I had a crazy week. Like every day was cram-packed with all kinds of stuff. And it was driving me bonkers, but I liked it. It's just, it just happens. So, and then back here, I'm going to show you, let me cover this side. So this is how I set it up. I put my daily readings and my rosary up here. I put my to-dos over here. I close it off. Let me read real quick and see if I can show you this other page. Yeah, I can show this one. So I don't close it off. I do have a line here. I don't close it off until at night when I go to journal. So I will just keep going, and I always have a couple extra spaces underneath. This is how I set it up, and I absolutely love it. I will look for another page that I can possibly show you, and I can cross off film because I am doing that right now. But this is what I like. I got some new stickers. These are washi stickers, and I am like obsessed with these stickers. These are from Amazon, and like 2 books came in each pack, and I just love these stickers. I think I'm gonna order me like 2 more sets of them because I love them. I really just love them. They're soft colors and just nice, and then you have some clear ones in the back. I love these stickers. But anyways, let me see if I can show you another page. It's kind of filled in a little bit more. I know I'm taking it away, but I'm trying to see. I know that there's, I can cover up the granddaughter here in just a second. And I can show this page, but I want to also find a page that I have filled in and I don't have any stickers on, which I know I have one here somewhere. Okay, let me see. Can I show this? I don't want to show that one. You know what? I will. I think it'll be okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to cover up the granddaughter. So I also will print off pictures with my HP Sprocket, and then I put them in. And this is our middle son graduated college with a bachelor's degree in business and administration. Very, very proud of him. So that's what this was from. And like Mother's Day, there wasn't a whole lot to say, but I still, and then I just kind of went nuts with the decorating. Let me block off this other page because I didn't say I was going to show that. Okay, so I'm not going to show it for long because I didn't read all the way through it. But anyways, this is what happens when I have a lot to say. And it just gets filled up and there's no stickers. So anyways, this book is a life changer for me. I absolutely love it. And I will be going forward with this one. I don't believe I have anything in the notes. I was going to do stuff with like the 100-day, all this stuff in the back. If I never do, I never do. I get ideas and then it doesn't happen. So, it is what it is. I'm not that concerned with it. I really, if I find something to do with them, I'll do it. But other than that, I'm not going to fret over it. That's very few pages compared to this whole book and just being obsessed with it. It is everything I needed. It's kind of like I can set it up like I used to with the bullet journal. And I'm having like serious issues here. What is going on? Okay, I think I got it. I can set it up like I used to with the bullet journal, except for when I bullet journaled, the top part was all of my to-dos, and then the bottom is where I journaled. That is something I loved. I would draw out my weeks, and I'd draw out my months, and all this other good stuff, and it was great. I just got tired of drawing it all out. This is all done for me. I don't have to draw nothing out. So this book is perfect. I can use my fountain pens again. I got this white one. And it's kind of funny because I chose this one. This was the first one I got, I believe. No, it was not. The extra fine was the pink. This one I got in the medium nib. And I got this color because it reminds me of my truck, my Acadia. So anyways, that is my Hobonichi cousin. Yes, I will be getting another one. And yes, this is going with me for the rest of the year. I like I said, I absolutely love this. This clip will not stay where I want it to stay, and it's driving me bonkers. I don't understand. I usually don't have this problem. So anyways, we're going to close this up, and let's go on to the next one. This video is getting very, very long. I'm very sorry. I'm just going to apologize now. I'm going to sit this over here. This I have, and it's my 5-year Hobonichi 5-year journal. Silas and Mariah got this for me for Christmas. I requested it and they got it for me, and I wasn't going to put it in a cover. I was going to wait and see if I found a really cute one that Hobonichi was selling or whatever. And I realized that putting it in this planner pouch thing that I had sitting next to me on the couch, it was starting to get, oh, sorry, I yawned. The corners were starting to get a little like bent, and I didn't like that. So I put it in this Moterm just to keep it safe. So anyways, this is going good. I'm not going to stay on it, but I have been in here every day. What I do is I choose and see, like this one, totally lazy day. I had nothing to say. That basically was what I was grateful for, is I had a totally lazy day. Sometimes it's just, I'm excited because of my weight loss. So it's my gratitude, basically. I just kind of do a brief little, description of it, how it went, why I was grateful for it. And that's it. This is going great. I look forward to seeing this filled. And the neat thing is, started in 2025. My next one will start in 2030. So This, of course, I will be doing in 2026. I will be doing this until 2029, and then I will get a new one in 2030. Good Lord. So anyways, this is working great. I love it. I'm so happy I asked for it for Christmas, and the youngest and his fiance got it for me. I'm very excited. Now, what I want to add to the rest of my 2025 to see if it's going to work. I know I don't use Erin Condren planners anymore, but I do still love Erin Condren products. And I placed an order and I got the new, I want to call it a work bag, but I don't think they call it that. It's, I had gotten the work bag and I liked it, but I felt like for using it for a altar and rosary, it just didn't seem like it was big enough. So when I seen a video and they had the new one, that seemed big enough. So I switched to, I got that, I ordered that and a couple other little things. And so I switched to that. So if you guys want to see a video on that, I can show you. But anyways, I had to try their cute little B6 Slim notebooks is what they're calling them. And I got a lined one, and then I got the little pink sweetie cover to go over it, just because I thought it was cute, and I love pink. So this has nothing written in it yet. The paper is nice and smooth. I have not tried my fountain pens on it. I guess I could in the back. You know what? Maybe I should. I can't tell. These are not the same. So let's get my... Oh. It's easier if I get the fine. Let's give it a whirl. I'm going to chew this paper because this one does not feel the same. This one's thicker. So we'll just do this one, and I'm going to go on this side of it. So then that way if I end up using the other side, I can. So we are going to... It writes nice and smooth. I will say that. I want to see how fast it dries. Because I know on the Erin Condren, their regular paper, I can't... Oh, it dried pretty quick. It ghosts. And it looks like it might have tried to bleed through on that O on hello. But I use the Artemis document ink because if it's not archival or document ink, which is like a permanent, because my hands, I always have like, I don't know how you say it. They're not sweaty, like gross sweaty, but I lotion up or whatever, but my hands are always like, I guess, moist or whatever. And I would go to write in this page and I rest my hand. This is what I usually do, you know, and then it would smudge on this page because it was already written on. But anyways, it's nice to know that, I mean, you know, it really does, it did fine. This they called it a Japanese paper, but anyways, I plan to use this for projects in the house. There's a lot, not just in the house, but even outside the house, you know, in the yard and stuff. And I wanted to like list the project, list every little step that it's going to take to get that project done. And then that way I can check it off as I go. So this is not going to be like I need to be in this every day or anything like that. So this is something I wanted to add to the rest of 2025. I have not even started to fill it out. I need to. I just have not gave myself the time to sit and do it. I need to really think, but I just want to do one project at a time, break it down, and then go from there and then start and write down another project that I want done. I don't want to just willy-nilly go through and then I'm missing steps that need to be in there. So this is something that is going to go to, you know, through the rest of 2025 with me. Got to fill it out. And then of course it'll last for as long as I need it, you know, until the projects are done. This little booger I got from Amazon for like $5 or $7. And it's just a habit tracker. I liked it. I used to draw out habit trackers in my bullet journal and I did great with it. And now that I'm starting to get back, I really want those checks. So I got this just because all it is there's like a month on each page, and it's a daily tracker. And you have 15, unless you count this last row, which I did not. That could be 16. But you can track 15 different habits in here, and it says that it will last you 9 years because there's that many pages. It's all habit trackers, and I liked that. And for $5 or $7, even if it was $7, that's not bad. I mean, if it's going to last me that long, you know, and it does me good, then so be it. But I am going to start this for July. And sorry, my husband just texted me telling me he's on his way home. So, but anyways, this is going to last me for July. So I mean, for the rest of the year, and hopefully next year, it's going to help me get back on track. So that is what I'm adding to the lineup. So to recap, what is staying and what I will be getting for 2026 is these three. This will stay. These will be new. This is being added. This I will use for the rest of the year. And then I will not get one for 2026. So anyways, if you have any questions, or you liked what you saw here, or I helped you in any way, please hit that like button. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. And all of that. If you are one of my wonderful subscribers and you are watching this, thank you so much. Thank you for sticking with me and supporting me. I greatly appreciate that. If you're not subscribed, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Like I said, I'm going to try to film once a week. So, I will only say, you know, I'm going to say it, and hopefully I'm going to do it. But anyways, I miss being on here. I miss talking to you guys, and all of that good stuff. If you want to hear more about my weight loss story, please comment down below, and I will do a video totally on that, and probably show my face. But anyways, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. It helps. And I will see you guys all in the next one. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And God bless. Bye.